Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested. Hey, so for an upcoming project that I have based on Disney, should hopefully drop on Monday, we are going to do a random ranking Disney style. We're going to go to my Disney collection beside me here and pick out 3 movies and then rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, and if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Let's get to picking some Disney movies. Okay, over here. Ooh, I feel a slip cover. Okay, what do we, ooh, what's that? Okay, and then something maybe right here. Let's see what we got. Okay, okay, okay. All right, interesting. I feel like I have something negative to say about all of these. So first, we're going to start with Lilo and Stitch. Now, oh, this is the 2-movie collection, so it must be one of those sequels. I'm pretty sure the Lilo and Stitch sequel was like straight to DVD or something like that. So it's not like a legitimate Disney animation sequel like The Rescuers Down Under, or I believe Winnie the Pooh also had one. So did Wreck-It Ralph. So did Frozen. It's kind of become a common thing. So anyway, Lilo and Stitch, I actually, like, you could say maybe boycotted this film when it came out. I was deeply against it because it used existing music. It had Elvis music in it, and to me that was not a Disney movie. To me, a Disney movie was a musical with new original songs written for it and like sort of made in the musical style. And this was not that. It had Elvis in it. I was like, no, 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 no. Disney is unique and original, which isn't true because, you know, Disney's all the stories that Disney has come from somewhere else for the most part. So, you know, I was wrong in my thinking, but that's where I was at the time. I was like, an Elvis song should not be in a Disney movie. But I eventually came around and then finally watched the movie. And actually, when I watched it, I still didn't care for it. But when I had kids and they started to watch it, excuse me, I started to like it. Yeah, we would watch it all the time. The girls really loved the opening sequence with the fish. They thought that was beautiful. And then the opening credits was really kind of their favorite part. We'd watch the whole thing, but I think they really loved the opening credits. Like if they were kind of being ornery or, you know, bouncing off the walls or whatever, if we just popped in Lilo and Stitch and then like played it like the opening song, would just they'd gather around the TV and calm down. Like it was a good way to settle the kids down. And yeah, the movie kind of grew on me. Plus Ving Rhames is in it. I mean, that's awesome. And I've come to really like Lilo and Stitch, even though I was a hater to begin with. But I just, you know, I don't know. There was no real reason for me to dislike the movie. I just had, you know, some weird gatekeeping, I guess, to where I thought songs from, like, existing songs should not be in a Disney movie, I guess is what I thought. But in the end, now I like the movie. And if I remember correctly, so Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida, used to be a functioning studio. Now it's only a theme park. It used to be a theme park and a movie studio. I'm pretty sure this was animated in Orlando. Like this was an Orlando-made animated movie. And the animation quality, you know, is a little bit lower than what had been going on. It was like, in terms of like Disney animated features, more lower budget, and you know, you can tell that. But that now, like at the time I didn't like that. Like when it came out, I could visually see that and I was like, this isn't as good. But now I think that adds some nice charm to it. But yeah, I like Lilo and Stitch now. Next, we have Something Wicked This Way Comes. This is a movie that, you know, I knew existed, and then my father-in-law had it, or maybe I don't know, something to do with my father-in-law. I think he likes it or something. And I was like, well, I should probably see it, you know, I know about it and everything. and so that is a Walt Disney movie. It's like a kid horror movie or whatever. And I watched it and I thought it was awful. I thought it was so boring, so terrible. The title is awesome, but it did not capture my interest. Man, was it not interesting. And I felt so bad because, then you go to your father-in-law and he's like, "What'd you think?" And you're like, "Huh? Well, I didn't really, I didn't care too much for it." And you feel like you're disappointing a guy, but yeah, it just I was very underwhelmed by this movie. Could say disappointed by this movie. But yeah, I not too much on it. So we're not off to a great start, are we? We have Lilo and Stitch, which I like boycotted, but came around to. And then we had Something Wicked This Way Comes, which I just didn't like. But I've only seen it the one time. Maybe I need to see it more times. Who knows? Next, we have Finding Dory. Yep, that's right, the sequel. A Pixar sequel to Finding Nemo. Now, this was good. I really like this guy right here. Frank, I think his name is. He's great. Actually, this whale is great, too. So is this shark. Actually, I really like the surrounding characters. This is that guy from Modern Family. He's also in the Dawn of the Dead remake that Zack Snyder did. Can't think of his name right now. And then I can't remember who did her voice, but she's great. And then this is Al Bundy from Modern Family also. So yeah, I really like the supporting cast. And Dory, Nemo, and Marlin, they're all good, but in the end, I really like Finding Nemo, the original one, and this one's fine. Sigourney Weaver makes a cameo in it, and that's cool. Is it cool, though? Actually, I don't know if it's cool, because I feel like all she kind of does is cameos. Whenever I see her in a movie and she's doing a cameo, it's just like, here's Sigourney Weaver again. So maybe I don't like that. Maybe I don't like that. I don't know. But, it's fine. It's just like, whatever. I feel like for this ranking, it's lucky that it has Something Wicked This Way Comes in it, because otherwise this would most likely be a 3. But today it is not a 3. Today it is number 2. It's going to be number 2, and Something Wicked This Way Comes is going to be number 3. And I'm going to put Lilo and Stitch, a movie I refused to watch because it did not fall in line with what I believed a musical should be, because it used pre-existing songs in it from my world, like the real world, the tangible world right here. And I was like, an animated Disney film, a musical with music in it, should not have Elvis. Elvis is from my world, not an animated world. But I've come around. I was wrong. Lilo and Stitch is great. I really enjoy it now. Yeah. So it's number 1. And then Finding Dory because it's fine. And then Something Wicked This Way Comes is last because I just didn't care for it. Should I watch it again? Are there Something Wicked This Way Something Wicked This Way Comes fans that think I need to give it another try? Let me know, because I've only seen it the one time. Does it deserve another try? Should I give it another shot? That's what's on my mind, because I did not like it. I did not care for it. I found it a slog to get through. It just was not for me. Do I need to give it a try? Is this one that you love? Is it a classic? I want to know. But yeah, for me, Lilo and Stitch, then Finding Dory. And again, Finding Dory is very lucky that Something Wicked This Way Comes is here, because that is what I'm putting at third. But more often than not, Finding Dory would be. It's a fine movie, but also doesn't matter kind of movie. So this is my ranking. One more time. Lilo and Stitch, Finding Dory, Something Wicked This Way Comes. So my question to you is, have you seen these movies right here? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.